All right, so today I want to talk about a gaming topic since I like gaming. Uh, DRMs, more especially. So this digital rights management, a technology that controls access to digital content and prevents unauthorized copying and distribution. DRM is similar to a lock on a box where only those with the correct key can access the contents. So a DRM is basically a game that protects its content by making it a bit more difficult for someone to copy it or copying or distribute without the owner of the game's knowledge. By okay, I'm just going to mention one, which is the main one that most of these gaming companies usually do is by you requiring an internet connection so the game can connect to the server so that it can establish that yes, you have paid. Now, the problem with this DRM is that it also takes away the fun, because especially for me, I usually play a lot of offline games because data is a problem, especially if you in Zambia, in fact just in Africa, it can be very costly, especially when you're continuously getting updates for games. This is why I prefer offline games. So I'd rather play a PS3, PS4 games that are offline rather than getting a PS5 or playing on a PS5 or playing a PS5 game which requires me to start downloading the DLC. Like a game that I did like games that I did benefit that did not have DRM at first or in different ways is FIFA. So from like FIFA 14, okay, just okay, I've been playing FIFA for a long time, but I've played FIFA 14, 15, 16, 17, going up. I've always played the game offline because usually I didn't have a console by that time, I was just a kid, so I'd go and play in game stations. The goodness about game stations is you pay and then you go with your friend and then you play the game. You go one on one, just a controller, you and him. There was no need for internet connection. You would play. And now, yes, it being offline made it very fun, but me not knowing about online gaming did make me miss out on things such as, Football Ultimate Team. I just see videos of it. I've never actually played it, never got the chance to play. I never even got a chance to play, especially on FIFA 17, 18, and 19, because I did not have an internet connection, because that is an extra cost. So now the problem is that it also adds into another thing that companies are doing nowadays by making, instead of you buying a game, what they'll do is that they'll lease you the game. So which means you have the right to play the game only when it suits the company. So if you do something, terrible online, or like you have a bad online presence, they can take the game away from you, even though you already paid for the game. That's another problem I have with digital, DRMs. Just imagine you pay for the game and then now they suspend your account, which means you lose the game even though you paid for it. This wouldn't be a problem if it was offline. Like some things are just not normal. Because there was one time I wanted to play Call of Duty. That was Modern Warfare when it came out, like the new one. The story mode was DLC. Just imagine you get a game, especially here in Zambia, because other countries they complain, no, it's £70, no, it's $70. Here in Africa, that's about 1,000 something kwacha. That's how much you pay just for a CD game. And then you also have to, and then now they put another cost on you to add on to, like bundles, which it's a very complicated topic. That's even a story for another day. That is a story for another day. So it's very annoying. So I just wish games could focus more on other things other than just like this, because what it does is that they're trying to maintain profit, but it really only benefits the company. It doesn't really benefit the player, because at the end of the day, there are still people that are very talented that they're going to find a way to pirate and do all those other things. Otherwise, I think gaming companies should focus less on this and focus more on improving games, because the problem is, because of DRM, it actually increases the, how can I say this? It incentivizes the game manufacturers to make all of their games online. So things like split screen, like up, down. Then there's also 4-way split screen, 3-way split screen, whereby one screen is shared by 3 players and you can play offline. No gaming company does that anymore, because they expect each and every one of you to have a TV in which you play online against each other, rather than in the same room, you and your friend playing against each other. So I think this is something that it's something that should really be looked at, because it does affect Zambian game stations. because I do see people playing Apex and other types of games, but it's mainly because it's online game and they also like playing with other people. But I don't think you should need an internet connection to just play like something simple like a story mode or exhibition or just particular things. That's just, a random thought of the day.